Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, The Rajore Clan. So thank you for coming back to our channel. If you're a new subscriber, this channel will talk about opportunities in Germany, how to relocate to Germany with your family, with the opportunity card, the Chancenkarte, with a job or with a student visa. And why do I do that? I relocated with my family almost 3 years ago, and we were relocated by a company called Zalando as a family because I got a job. So we were relocated at the same time, my husband and my 2 kids at the same time. We were given all of us visas at the same time, and we came to Germany. And we've been living here, and that's why we share our story that it's possible to be relocated from wherever you are in the world, be it in India, Pakistan, Kenya, Nigeria, wherever you are in the world, you can be relocated to come and work in Germany. Just like I was relocated to come to work to Germany, and they were able to relocate my family as well. So with that introduction, let's get right to it.
The German economy, the Austrian economy, the Swiss economy. We need you. We need you so badly. We need every year 450,000 skilled young workers from all over the world. And if for the 450,000, if there are 50,000 Kenyans or 100,000 Kenyans or 450,000 Kenyans, our economy don't care, but we need them, okay? They can have a bright future in the German-speaking countries.
What are we talking about today? Our channel today is about cost of living in Germany for Chancenkarte holders and also new migrants. If you may be relocated with a job, with a student visa, or even a family reunion, depending on which type of visa you're relocated with, this is your channel to be, and we are breaking down the cost of living in Germany in 2025 for you guys. So if you got in the Chancenkarte student visa, work permit visa, congratulations, welcome to Germany, and come to Germany because you're able to live well and budget well with our channel. So here comes the big question. How much is the cost of living in Germany 2025? If you're traveling solo, if you're coming with family, or you're coming on your own for a job. So there's realistic cost breakdown in the current type of living and the experiences that you're going to experience here. So stick around as we tell you and help you how to navigate your budgeting for 2025. So why is budgeting critical in this sense? Because when you're coming to Germany, especially for people who are coming with Chancenkarte and also student visa, you have a blocked account, meaning you have already money in your account to always help you every month. So the blocked account for Chancenkarte is 13,000 euros if you're blocking for 1 year. If you're blocking for 6 months is 7,000 or 6,000 euros. So this amount is your money. You're not paying anyone this money. So this is your money. You're putting it in a bank account in Germany. And every month you can only withdraw a maximum of 1,090 euros per month. And then you'll be able to be given every month. It's like you're being paid salary every month with your money to help you survive as you look for a job. And for student visa, it's help you survive as you study so that you don't have to look for a job. If you don't have a job, you don't have to sleep hungry because you don't have a job and you need to study. So that is why you have to have a blocked account. So if you're given this 1,091 per month, how do you budget it? And how do you make it help you navigate here in Germany? First of all, you're eligible to part-time job. So if you came with Chancenkarte, you're eligible to part-time job that will be able to pay you an amount of euros, maybe 500 euros, maybe 600 euros, maybe 1,000 euros. So at least there's a top-up to the 1 month, the money you're being given per month by your blocked account. So that's the good thing of coming with Chancenkarte or coming with a student. You're able to work as you be given the money every month. So, but how do you make this blocked account be able to cover for your expenses and for you to be able to settle in? So the most important thing is where you live, because rent, you don't want to come and live in a place where rent is 1,000. How much will you remain with per month? And you're only given 1,000 euros per month to survive. So it's critical to know which places to live where it's not expensive. So as per 2025, the southern part of Germany is very expensive. It's most expensive if you live in the southern part of Germany. Okay? Great. If these places are expensive, so which places are expensive? Munich, Stuttgart, Frankfurt, they are very high rent in general. The cost of living and the rent is very high because those places are very developed. So that's why their rent are very high. So Berlin, very affordable. Where we live in Berlin. It's very affordable, but the prices are rising. So you also know which part of Berlin. Berlin is huge. Different parts of Berlin. Of course, near the center, Berlin is expensive. Outskirts of Berlin, where we live in Brandenburg, is way better. So also know that. Leipzig, Dresden are small towns, very cheap for students and Ausbildung applications. So if you want to come to a place where it's not, the cost of living is not high and the rents are not high, look for Leipzig, Dresden, and smaller towns. Also do your research. So these are some of the places I'm mentioning you, but there's a list. There's so many towns in Germany, but at least these are the list I'm telling you so that when you do a research, it's also part of your list. So let's sample a 1-bedroom apartment in Stuttgart. 1-bedroom apartment in Stuttgart, where I've told you is expensive, it's 1,115 euros. 1-bedroom apartment. In Berlin is even more expensive, 1,220. In Bremen is 811. That's a 1-bedroom apartment. In Leipzig, where I've told you it's the lowest, is 650 to 800. So you already know the places you need to budget and the places you need to live when you're coming as a student or Chancenkarte holder to look for a job. So if you are on a budget, living at a cheaper city will give you a breathing room, meaning you will be able to pay your rent 600 and remain with 400 for your electricity, for your food. Now that you're solo. When you're solo is way better. And that is why I can encourage you, if you're coming to Chancenkarte, do not come with your family because you still don't have a stable job. Come alone, settle down, get a better job, then relocate your family with family reunion visa. But if you're coming to Chancenkarte, apply on your own or apply with your spouse. They also have their own blocked account. You also have your own blocked account. So those are two different applications because people have been asking me, if I come with Chancenkarte, can I have a family reunion or must we apply separate? Yes. And also for your child who is over 18, they should apply for Chancenkarte on their own. They are not tied to you. But if your child is young, it's better to leave them and then come on your own, settle down, and then bring them when you have a better job. So I'm hoping that is helping. Another breakdown is the average living monthly costs. Break it down to you. Rent and utilities, it's around 600 to 1,000 for your living. Groceries, it's about 200 to 300 euros per month. You're talking about per month expenses. Health insurance, about 120 euros to 450 euros per month, depending on which type of insurance you're taking. Another one, public transport. Public transport is 58 euros per month because there is a Deutschland ticket that you pay 58 euros per month and you can go anywhere with regional train wherever you want with just that. You don't need to pay anymore. Just 58 euros, you can move around, you can travel within Germany. You can go all the way without paying anything, but you only pay, it's like deducted from your own account, so you don't need to pay more. Phone and internet depends with your network providers. It's from 30 euros to 60 euros depending with the speed and everything, just like Safaricom. Then there is extra cost, leisure, you want to go to for dinner, you want to go for activities, so around 100 to 200. So the total cost for your expenses per month is around 1,100 to 1,800 depending on how low you want to go or how high you want to go. So ideally, if you know your expenses is 100, 1,000, 1,100 to 1,800 and your blocked account is 1,000 euros, you know you're overspending. So you can ideally make it low. Your utilities, make it low. Your rent, make it low. Your food, make it low. Because for us, we are a family of 4. Me, my husband, and my 2 sons. So we are 4. And we spend 100 euros per week for groceries. So if my family, we spend 100 euros for groceries per week, that is 400 euros grocery per month. You can't tell me one person you can use more than 400 for groceries. You can approximately, and that is when we've actually shopped very well. We've shopped for food, we've shopped for meat, luxurious. So for you who is on a budget and you are alone, you can even spend 100 per month because ideally you are on a budget. for you to survive, for you to get a better job. So that breakdown, I'm hoping, is making sense for you. So rent is the biggest expense. Actually, here we have rent is the biggest expense when it comes to all the things that you have, and it's a must for you to pay because you sign a contract. Another thing, health insurance cost. Health insurance is mandatory. It is not optional. You have to have health insurance if you're a visa holder. Any type of visa, be it family reunion, be it job seeker, be it student, be it Chancenkarte, you have to have a health insurance. And if you are coming as Chancenkarte, as work, as a family reunion or whatever, public insurance is the best. I can recommend TK. We use TK. TK is good for us, is working for us. So it's shared by the employer. You're not just paying alone. Part of it is paid by the employer. For freelancers, you can pay 200 to 400 euros. For students, it's 120 per month. There's no option. Because you're a student, that's the least you can pay. Then there's an option for private insurance. Those who want option for private insurance, you have to earn 73,800 euros per month for you to acquire private insurance. But if you are getting less than that, public insurance is the best option. Okay. Transport, like we said, apart from just having the 58 euros per month to pay for public transport, and public transport include train, tram, bus, any type of transport here in Germany you can take except the IC. IC is going, it's the fastest train, but that is not catered by the 58 euros per month. That only caters for DB, the normal transport system in Germany. But this other one is intercity, meaning it's going very fast and it's easier to move and everything. That is different. It's not budgeted within the 58 euros. But how do you also maneuver around? Because the bus cannot take you to each and every place. It can take you to a bus stop and then you walk. But how do you kind of maneuver all these things and be able to reach your places on time, be it work, be it whatever? Have a bike. Buy a bike, rent a bike, buy a bike. A bike can be 50 euros. Our first bike, we bought it at 50 euros. Small, normal bike, second-hand bike. Go to a second-hand bike or go to the thrift shops, buy a second-hand bike. They are still very good because there are people who upgrade their bike and they're still very good and they want to sell them. Buy a 50 euro bike or even rent a bike for 5 euros per month. But I recommend buy your own bike, which is 50 euros. Another thing, taxis. Taxi is 450 fare bus, like 450 depending on where you're going. If you're going far, it can even go to 20 euros. It can even go to 50 euros. So the least you can pay for a taxi is around 4 euros depending. And then there is 1 euro 80 cents per 3 kilometers. So it really depends. So the taxi fares are not high depending on the distance. Like for us, we live near the airport. So we pay around 10 euros to 20 euros to the airport. If you're traveling and you have so many bags, we take the taxi. So it's faster and we don't want to be left by the flight. And then if you own a car, is 1.75 euros per liter. So it's like around 100 and something or 200 and something Kenya shillings fuel per liter. And then there's insurance and taxes. So remember, if you own a car, you have to pay insurance, you have to pay taxes yearly. And then, but what are the most affordable? It's the bike and public transport. They are most affordable and reliable. One of the best things that I love about Germany, reliability when it comes to transport. And if they cancel your train, they give you alternative buses. So whenever they also announce and they also put it on the screens, it's called the Zug and whatever. The train, what's the name of the train? Zug, yes. They say the Zug has been cancelled, blah, blah, blah. And then they say there's an alternative bus here and there. And if they cancel it for a long time, there's an advert actually telling you how they have rescheduled, how they are cancelling, why they are cancelling, because of the construction, because of this. It's very efficient. And if they cancel, they always let you know on time. And if anything, it's very convenient, from tram to buses to S-Bahn. Very convenient, very reliable at any given time. Especially the train. The buses I cannot count because where we live, sometimes the buses really disappoint. But the train, they always give you an alternative and it's rarely cancelled. And if they cancel, there's just another alternative. So transport system is very, very reliable in Germany. That I can tell you for free. So budgeting for student Ausbildung, meaning those who are coming with Ausbildung, it's required, of course, like I've told you, to have a blocked account. So another specific thing for visa holders who are on a budget, which is student and Ausbildung, semester fee is 150 to 350 euros. That's include the transport pass as well and other costs when it comes to the school itself. That is if this fee you're paying is not totally free. Some of these things are not totally free. There are small things you pay. There's dorm rent, which is 250 to 400 euros. There's canteen meals, which is 2 to 4 euros. And then there's student jobs that you can earn for 50 euros to 900 euros, depending on the job. So, and the student system is very supportive. They also have a transport budget for students, because ideally, when I remember when the ticket was 49 euros before it raised to 58, it was 29 euros for students. So I don't know, if I think for student now it's 39 euros per month. So if you're a student, there's a specific amount you pay, which is lower than the normal people. It's Germany. Another thing with Germany is very budget friendly for students. There are discounts for students when you go to even the hotels, when you go to book a hotel, when you go to a restaurant. There's specific restaurants and specific areas where they actually have budget things for students. If you have a student, just produce your student ID and say, I'm a student, and then they tell you, okay, there's this budgeting you have for students. So always mention you're a student, always mention. It's like for me where I work, there's always budgets for and discounts for areas that we go, either a movie, either a hotel, either a restaurant. I just say I'm working at Zalando and show my budget, like, okay, they have a discount for people working at Zalando. Same for students. And for students, it doesn't depend where you're studying. It's German wide. Anywhere you go, if you're a student, there's some things that they have discounted for you. So always make sure that you say you're a student to get these things, because budgeting is crucial when you're living here in Germany, and to help you stay comfortable here in Germany and be able to maneuver when it comes to financial status. Moving with family or freelancing. Like I said, you can move with family, you can move alone, but I'll advise again and again, move with family if you have a full-time job and permanent job that is well paying. But if you're coming as a freelancer, if you're coming as a part-time job, if you're coming as a job seeker, you're coming with Chancenkarte, please come alone. When you settle, then bring your family. But if you're moving with family or freelancing, you will need to have a salary of 2,400 to 3,000 euros per month to live comfortably, because immigration offices actually make it sufficient for you. You have to have sufficient of proof of income to come with your family, because there's a threshold of income you have to earn for you to bring your family. If you earn less than that, they'll not even agree. So let's say, for example, you've come with Chancenkarte, you've come with job seeker, and you've gotten a job, and that job still doesn't pay you in that threshold of income. They will not agree for you to bring your family. So bringing your family doesn't just say you have to have a job. You have to have a job that has sufficient income for you to be able to take care of your wife, to take care of your husband, to take care of your children, for all the family to be comfortable. Because what Germany needs is, yes, they need workers. They are desperate for workers, but they need their workers to live here comfortably and not complain after a while. So that's why you have to have a specific income, and that you have to show in the migration office. Without that, they'll not give you the family reunion visa. So freelance on a budget, of course, you have to have private insurance, because you're not in the income threshold for paying the public health insurance. So you must have an insurance, and that insurance is, like I said, any type of visa, you have to have insurance. Also, income tax and business expenses. Some of these things, your income tax should be paid properly, meaning that there's the amount of money you have to pay tax. And if you don't pay tax well, my friend, you'll be in big trouble. So how do you budget for this, to be able to have expenses, to be able to cover all these things? So always have an over budget for 3 to 6 months. Over budget, meaning that all these things that you have, make sure you combine them all. Meaning that if you have a budget of 1,000, make it work for the 3 to 6 months, for your deposits when you're moving, for your furniture, for your paperwork, all these things, because you don't want to move in a house and don't have furniture. So make sure you're on a budget. There are also people who sell secondhand. Secondhand things are sold and they're still good, because some of us will want to sell the things that we have and get better things, but still things that we have look better, and other people want to start. And when they start this life, they can start with secondhand furniture, which secondhand furniture are really still in good conditions. So it's not a must for you to to buy brand new furniture, to buy brand new things. You can have second-hand, and you can have great things. There are also people who live when they are moving and they don't want the things that they have. They leave it near the work parts of your homes, and then you see things have been through. They are not been through. They have been put there so that people can pick them. They're things that are usually so good. The drawers, the sofa sets, they're still in good condition, but this person wanted to upgrade and they don't want to throw these things away. They leave it there and people can pick it up. So don't feel like when you find those things on the road, they have been thrown. No, it's for people to pick them up and reuse them because they don't want to throw them away. So with that being said, my final conclusion, Germany may not be cheap, but it offers the good infrastructure, good quality, and career growth. That is one thing. Because ideally, life, like I said, they accommodate each and every person. Students, there is discounts. For people who are living in Berlin and they have a threshold of a small salary, there is rent reduction. So it's not cheap, but they help accommodate these people so that their life can be easy here in Germany. So if you move into Germany, please have a budget. If you're moving as a student, have a blocked account. If you're moving as a job seeker, have a blocked account. If you're moving for a job, budget, because Germany is developing and things are evolving. And also, make sure you file your tax. When you file your tax, there's tax return. You can get a tax return and you can get good money that will help you as well. Things that you didn't budget for. Because ideally, when you file your taxes, there's an amount you can get back and it can help you. So always file your taxes because you're eligible for money to be given back depending on how the taxes have been filed. So in conclusion, just make sure you're financially ready to move to Germany. Germany is great. Germany is easy to live, but you have to live on a budget because at the end of the day, you want to develop yourself here. You have to develop yourself home where you're from. With that being said, I'm hoping this has helped you know that Germany is affordable, not cheap, but affordable. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friend and tell them Germany is waiting for them and it's easy to live in Germany on a budget. With that being said, till next time, bye.